Have you ever been scrolling, just endlessly scrolling, and you get that feeling the content isn't just there, but it's almost designed to make you react?
Uh-huh. Like it's engineered somehow.
Exactly. Or maybe you've wondered why some topics just seem to explode online. They're everywhere, and then poof, they're gone.
Yeah, that whiplash effect.
Well, there's this powerful kind of invisible force behind a lot of that. It shapes what you see, sure, but it also really shapes the creators making the stuff.
It definitely does.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into something our sources are calling the platform pandering economy.
Mm.
And this isn't just, about what's trending today. It's bigger. It's a whole system, like an incentive structure built into platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah, at its core, this platform pandering economy, it's basically a system where the platforms strongly incentivize creators to make what the sources call performative content.
Performative content. But what does that mean exactly?
It means content where the main goal, the priority, is just watch time and engagement. Getting those clicks, those shares, those comments.
Above everything else.
Yeah, pretty much. Above, well, truth sometimes.
Yeah.
Above genuine expression often. And the sources put it really bluntly. Creators end up shaping themselves around what pays.
Wow. Okay. So how does this actually work? We're going to unpack this, really peel back the layers today. We've got a study guide, a creator's guide, an analysis of algorithms.
It's a good mix of sources.
Right. And our mission really is to pull out the key insights so you can understand how these algorithms are, well, kind of rigging the game.
And this hidden dopamine loop that can trap creators.
Yeah, that too. And the personal costs involved, which can be surprising. And maybe most importantly, how creators and how you, listening, can strategically break free or at least navigate it better.
It really brings up some big questions, doesn't it? Like, what does it actually mean when we say platforms don't reward truth, they reward watch time and engagement? And this other phrase that pops up, the narcissism cycle with money added. What's that about?
Yeah, that one definitely caught my eye. And I think this next part is key for us as consumers. We want to help you figure out, how can you tell if the content you're watching is genuinely serving you?
Or if you're kind of just receiving the content, feeding the machine.
Exactly. When we talk algorithms, it's easy to think they're just neutral code, right? But the sources seem to be saying they're actively rigging the game.
Yeah, that's the argument.
It feels strange that truth isn't the main thing being rewarded. How does that shift things for a creator?
Oh, it changes the entire game. The sources are pretty clear. The quickest way, the most reliable way to guarantee that watch time and engagement, it's through emotional hooks.
Emotional hooks, like what?
Like content designed to make you angry, so you comment. Or stuff that flatters you, so you feel loyal. Or, pandering that makes you think, yes, someone finally gets it.
Okay. So playing on strong feelings.
Exactly. Think about it. A really well-researched documentary, say, on climate change, might get way fewer views than, like, a short clip of someone doing something outrageous.
Right.
Not because the outrageous thing is better, but because the algorithm sees the immediate, easy engagement it generates. That's that trade-off right there. Truth versus watch time. And that's precisely why the sources say when income depends on pleasing the crowd, you stop leading and start feeding. You're feeding the algorithm what it wants.
That phrase, stop leading and start feeding, that really paints a picture, doesn't it?
It does.
With the creators losing their own direction. It's like, imagine a top chef, right? Known for their unique food. But suddenly they're just making fast food burgers because that's what sells easily.
That's a good analogy. And the sources connect this directly to what they call the creator dopamine loop.
Right. The narcissism cycle with money added.
Yeah, that one. Can you walk us through how that loop actually works? Why is it apparently so sticky?
Sure. It's fascinating how subtly it operates. It starts with a trigger.
Yeah.
So a trending topic pops up, something people are already fired up about.
Okay, something buzzy.
Exactly. Then comes the performance. The creator jumps on it, maybe exaggerates their take, or picks a side specifically to get strong reactions.
So it's not just any attention, it's specifically targeting that emotional reaction you mentioned.
Precisely. Because according to the sources, those emotional responses, positive or negative, drive the most interaction. Comments, shares, watch time, all of it.
Okay, makes sense.
Then, after the performance, they get the validation hit. The likes flood in, the comments, the shares. It's immediate positive feedback.
That feels good, I imagine.
Oh, definitely. And then follows the cash reward. The algorithm sees the engagement, boosts the content, and suddenly their revenue goes up.
Ah, the money part.
Right. And all that leads to this powerful short-term boost. It genuinely feels good, addictive even, as the sources say. And pretty soon, the creator isn't just making stuff they care about.
They're manufacturing reaction.
Yeah, manufacturing reactions to keep feeding that algorithm.
Wow. So it's like a perfect storm, social validation and money reinforcing the behavior. I can see how hard that would be to step away from.
Totally. But what about the downsides? What are the actual costs for creators who get stuck in this pandering cycle? It can't all be good.
No, definitely not. The sources point out some really significant costs. First up is credibility erosion.
Okay.
Over time, the audience starts to notice the pattern. They see the performative stuff, the maybe inauthentic takes. It's like finding out your favorite movie critic secretly gets paid by the studios.
Right. You suddenly doubt everything they say. The trust is gone.
Exactly. That connection dissolves. Then there's the risk of getting stuck in a niche prison.
East prison.
Yeah, where creators feel like they're stuck in one type of content forever because that's the only thing the algorithm rewards them for. It kills creative freedom.
So even if they want to grow or try new things, they feel like they can't. That sounds awful for creative types.
It really is. And the last big one is just burnout. Plain and simple.
Constantly performing must be exhausting.
Incredibly. The constant performance mode wears creators out. It leads to exhaustion, feeling creatively empty, and interestingly, often a pretty quick fade in popularity.
Really?
Yeah, one source observed that many viral personalities fade away in 18-24 months. Basically, the pandering runs out of fresh tricks. You can only keep it up for so long.
Wow, that's a stark picture. 18 to 24 months isn't long at all.
No, it's not.
Okay, so that's the problem laid out pretty clearly. But thankfully, these sources don't just leave it there, right? They offer ways out, strategies for creators and for us.
Yes, absolutely. There are actionable strategies. For creators, the main piece of advice seems to be decide your message first and adapt for the platform second.
With the authenticity first.
Right. Prioritize what you actually want to say, your genuine message. Then figure out how to present it on the platform rather than letting the platform dictate the message itself.
Okay, what else?
Another big one is diversify income streams so the algorithm isn't your boss.
So you're not totally reliant on that platform paycheck. That makes sense. That gives you back some control.
Exactly. It reduces that financial pressure to just feed the algorithm constantly.
Is that realistic, though? Especially for smaller creators just starting out. Diversifying income sounds hard.
It's definitely a challenge, no doubt. But the sources argue it's crucial for long-term sustainability. And related to that, they also advise creators to value trust over clicks. It's slower, but longer lasting.
So play the long game. Build real relationships with your audience based on trust and actual value.
Precisely. It might not lead to those huge viral spikes as quickly, but it builds something more solid, more sustainable than chasing trends. Like you said, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
That's really solid advice. Okay, but what about us, the people watching and scrolling? How do we navigate this? How can we be smarter consumers in this platform pandering economy?
For us, it really boils down to being more critical and more conscious in our engagement. The key piece of advice is to constantly ask, do I feel informed or just entertained?
That's a good question. Evaluating the value of what you just spent time on.
Right. What did you actually get out of it? Another suggestion is to consciously support creators who challenge you, not just flatter you.
Oh, interesting. So seek out stuff that makes you think, maybe even stuff you disagree with slightly, rather than just echo chambers.
Exactly. It encourages a healthier information diet, you could say. And it supports creators doing more substantive work.
And I guess ultimately it's just about seeing the game for what it is.
That's the foundation. Recognize performance for what it is. Understand when content feels like it's manufactured purely for those engagement numbers versus when it feels like genuine expression or information sharing.
Just being aware changes things.
Awareness is absolutely your most powerful tool here.
Okay, so pulling this all together.
Yeah.
Why is it so important for both creators and us, the audience, to understand this whole economy?
Because, fundamentally, the platform pandering economy runs on attention as currency. That's the fuel.
Our attention is the product, in a way.
You could say that. And the less aware we are, creators and consumers alike, of how these systems work, how they nudge us, how they reward certain things, well, the more valuable you become to it. You're easier to influence, easier to keep engaged in potentially superficial ways.
So being aware gives us agency back.
Precisely. It lets you be a conscious participant, not just a passive pair of eyeballs.
Right. So this deep dive, we're not saying everyone should just delete their apps and quit social media, are we?
No, not at all. That's not really the message from the sources. It's much more about mindful engagement.
Okay.
The core idea is empowering you to start recognizing when the content is serving you and when you're serving the content. It's about that shift in perspective.
Making conscious choices.
Yeah.
Strategic engagement, like you said earlier. Okay, so maybe the final thought for everyone listening as you're scrolling later today or tomorrow, the big question to ask yourself, the really empowering one, is just that. Am I recognizing when this content, this video, this post is actually serving me, giving me value, information, genuine connection, or am I maybe unconsciously just serving it?